Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, yes, you guessed it. I am on my way to El Worko. Tired. I took the long way. I don't even call it the long way. The non-traditional way. Stopped at Starbucks. Because I told y'all Duncan had their days to count with me. So it's fuck Duncan right now. We broke up. Me and Dunkin' Donuts broke up. Oh my gosh. I may have found my coffee. I think I may have found it. It's a latte though. It's a I don't know, a Bite latte with oat milk. Who knows? So yesterday, coming home, I had a revelation. And now this is my reflection time. I was looking at some schoolwork, and then I got to one of my learning checks, and because I wasn't able to fully take the quiz, I had to come and talk to you guys and be productive in another way. It's Sunday. It is November 24th. It is exactly 4 days before Thanksgiving. And I didn't get none of my prep. But one thing I can say, because I'm not cooking for a lot of people, I'm just cooking for the children and my mama. It is yeah, my son eats, my daughter doesn't. Like, we are trying to help her with her little situation as far as her taste buds are concerned. It's still trying to figure out what she's gonna eat. But she has her favorite thing, mac and cheese. So if it's a Thanksgiving full of mac and cheese on her plate, at least she'll be eating. I'll throw some vegetables in there if she really get cute. Then me, I don't eat meat. So Thanksgiving is very interesting. I'm making a very interesting spread. But then I don't want to make too much food because who's gonna eat it all? Literally, they go back to the food for maybe 3 days, if that, and then it's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then they're done with it. It's a wrap. Thanksgiving past Sunday, no, it's not going on. Especially as we've gotten older. I remember as a kid, we used to have so much food left over that, no, I think it would be gone by the weekend. But no, it wouldn't. We would have more food for the whole week. It was like Thanksgiving was a feast for 2 weeks at most, like a week. And then they were freezing stuff. And my mom would take the ham bone from the ham, freeze it, and then like a month after Thanksgiving, she's making that bone with some lima beans, and we was having that over some rice. So yeah, I think food is way too dangerous now to even attempt to do shit like that anymore. Like, nah, like, I don't think I will hold food past 3 days, especially with me working in the food industry now. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I also don't trust people with my food. So I like to prepare my own. Because you tell somebody, yeah, I don't eat meat. And they take it as long as the meat is not inside of the food, it's good. They'll still cook your shit on shit that they've been cooking meat in, and just be like, oh, it's nothing we can do. You're right, it isn't anything you can do, but there's something I can do, and it's called not eat from you. Just let me know that the cross contamination is real, and that I'm gonna ingest some meat. But I'm not doing it intentionally, so that's that. As far as family and stuff like that, I miss that the most about Thanksgiving. I know I miss my extended family, like my cousins, even hanging out with my sister. She's not extended family, but you know, even like hanging out with my sister, my cousins, my aunt. Like, I really miss them. I haven't really had a Thanksgiving with them in years. I think the Thanksgiving, not even the last Thanksgiving I was with my sister. The Thanksgiving before that I was with my grandma. So yeah, but not everybody all together. That's where I'm missing. It's like we haven't been that tight and that close since we were little. And then, you know, our cousins, they have their own families and they do their own things and traditions and stuff like that. So you don't get to collab the way that we used to when we were little. When we ain't had no choice and our parents was just making us go. It's like, where the food at? On Penny? So we going over there. Where the food at? We going over there. So that's that. That is that. When it comes to that, think that a Friendsgiving is trash, especially if you have family. If you could get your black behind or your whatever behind, mustard color, vanilla, Swiss almond, whatever color your ass is, up and go to your friend's house to go spend the holidays, and you got parents, you should be a whole shame of yourself. A whole shame of yourself. You grab your little raggedy friend and you bring them to your mama's house or to your parents' house if they ain't got nobody. But you don't sit there and do a whole, oh, we're not going to our family's house because we're gonna do stuff that we can do on the weekends because we go out every day. We rather be with each other. Selfish behinds. I wish my kids would. Do you understand? I will pop up in their back pocket like, oh, where we spending Thanksgiving at? I freaking dare them. I freaking dare them to try to spend a Thanksgiving at their friend's house. I'll chop you in your throat. Don't play with me. Play with your boy-headed grandmama. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. The hell? So, yeah, chop him in the throat. 4 fingers right across the throat. Don't play with me. Not today. So, yeah, because the one thing I love, especially like when I'm preparing like a big meal and stuff like that, is the music playing. I'm sorry, my camera going all over the place. I'm trying to give y'all some scenery. One thing I like is the music playing, and it's making me remember the times of me growing up. Like, that's what it does for me. It gives me nostalgia. And it's like, it's better to have nostalgia and actually make an attempt to be with family than Just be with your crusty behind friends. Like, the fudge. The fudge. Now, if you were traveling to your friend's family's house and you're gonna be around family, then I can understand that. But come on now. What they be thinking is cool, and they gonna talk smack about people across the dinner table about their potato salad and their collard greens, and you know they ain't making no potato salad like your mama anyway. Like, why would you even do that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to judge, but I'm like, I don't want to be judgy. Because I do understand that some people don't have family, but that's the ones that you invite to your family house. You know what I'm saying? Just the old independent, we're adults and we're just gonna go crowd, make a feast. For one, no. You're gonna mess it up. You ain't gonna have all the stuff, and you're gonna miss your family. Go take your raggedy and see your family. Even if you ain't even speaking to somebody, speak to them for that day. It be cordial. I don't care if your cousin Neffy slapped your baby mama and now y'all on bad terms. Who cares? It's the holidays. Get over it. Shanetta, get over it. Neffy ain't mean it. Whatever. Okay, she talked shit about you to your cousin Quan. All right, whatever. People talk shit all day. Be around your family. That's all I'm gonna say. Be around your family. I'm gonna drop it. I'm driving and I see that this Mega Million went up to 493. Ain't that some shit? I'm about to say we need to just have an international susu. If everybody could put a fucking dollar, $2, $3, and you got some people that spend hundreds of dollars on this goddamn lotto. If we could get everybody together and they could put in they little $30 a week, and you pay one person every motherfucking week to receive that money. We have our own little personal lotto instead of spending money on that dumb shit. Because don't nobody be winning for real. And the people do win. They only get a portion of the money, and the government get the rest of it. Like, that shit is robbery. Why we can't have blessings on blessings on blessings? Gather some motherfucking. He said, I'm calling now. Oh, Lord. Yes, I'm driving. But I'm driving and drinking my coffee, my Starbucks coffee, and I'm going to work. I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk. But it's not a handheld device. So don't call the peoples on me. I'm trying to give y'all some scenery. Don't call the peoples. So what y'all think about that? Why won't we pay each other? We pay each other, right? I mean, rich people, the way I gather it, they all give their money to one little fund, a little hedge fund, and then that little hedge fund go and, you know, bet on stocks and shit like that. We can just bet on people. Bet on people like, you know, Dante got a little something going on, and we just gonna throw like $100,000 Dante way for this weekend. We gonna pay Dante out his little $100,000, but he gonna still have to put his little $1,000 in next week, and then that week we'll pay Shanetta her little $100,000 to throw it her way, and just keep it going. Keep it going. Everybody, somebody get paid out once a week. That's what they used to do. The susu. Child, I've been a part of two susus, right? One Yeah, they all was years ago. One was okay, but they dismantled it after everybody got paid. Like the one time everybody got paid, when the last person got paid, they was like, yeah, we ain't doing this no more, because I don't want to have to be running around for nobody, and when it's my time to get paid, everybody want to pay me the day after. That's what this one girl was saying. I was like, oh god damn, I guess it's hard to collect money. The second one I was in, oh my god, that was a travesty. That one still rains hard in my damn soul. I was in it with my mother-in-law, and me and my husband did it, and we was the first to get paid. Child, why that happened? My husband lost his little job, and my little job, I was working at a post office. I couldn't cover his half because I didn't have it, and I was pregnant. So I had to pay, what you would call it, when he lost his little job, I had to get in with the rent, the food, all that, honey child. And I think the susu was like $250 or something like that, $250 or $300 for every week. And I was like, I can't, we was going half on that. Me and him was going half on that. You know what I mean? Same household, but shit, I had to cover the whole bills, and I couldn't cover the bills in that susu. Oh my goodness. His mama was livid. His mama was so livid that my mama, because I was pregnant and I could not handle the stress. The pressure of going to work and then owing somebody some money. Oh, you could have just ripped my little heart out. You hear me when I tell you? I don't like owing no people no money. I owe shit. I'll tell you one thing. I owe the streets. I owe the government. I ain't gonna owe no people though. A person for real? Fuck no. I can't sleep at night if I owe somebody some money. It ain't gonna sit right with me. Now motherfuckers that owe me all day, every day, don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. But me owing a person? No. No. That's why I don't believe in that credit shit. I don't believe in like credit cards, and not meaning that I don't believe in them, I don't use them, but I don't believe in how they deem credit. Because a motherfucker won't pay a light bill and burn some fucking candles, but they'll pay their fucking rent because they don't want to be homeless. Like, a motherfucker pay Sue because Sue will be on their neck all goddamn day, and they just don't need that pressure. And won't pay Bob because Bob ain't worried about it. Bob could wait. Sue can't. You know what I mean? So I don't know. With credit cards, it's kind of, some people just pay credit card bills because they're like, okay, I pay all my bills and blah blah this and blah blah that. If you come from the times that I come from, you be like, nigga. Hard network. You be like, ninja. It's a little bartering system going on. You rob Peter to pay Paul, and then you let Andre know that, listen, baby, I got you in about 2-3 months. Hold tight. That's how we work our credit. Especially we, I don't know, I'm saying we, meaning like back coming up. Like, some people even now don't even make enough to cover their real expenses for real. They living off of credit cards. Living off of credit cards, or living off of, extra money outside of their situation. So it's like a real juggling act. And I'm gonna tell you, black women know how to juggle. You could get a black woman could juggle her ass off. Give a bitch, give a bitch 2 credit cards, a check, and a hustle. We gonna make some magic happen, motherfucker. You gonna think we was neighbors with Patti LaBelle. Beyonce, my goddamn neighbor. 2 credit cards, a hustle, and a job. Shit, motherfucker, rule the world. Rule the whole fucking world. Juggling. And be like, how this bitch always got some money? No, 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 no. No, that ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. You call it money. We call it magic. Yo! Tell the truth and shame the fucking devil. I promise you. I promise you. You know I ain't got no goddamn sense sometimes. I'ma tell it though. I'ma tell it. I'ma tell it. Everybody else telling it. Shit, I'ma let you know. I'ma let you know that magic. That black girl magic. Shit. Black girl magic is called grace period. Yo, you need to know how to operate your grace periods. Okay? You know you got a grace period of 7 days before you get a late fee. You will operate in the sanctity of them grace periods. I ain't gonna give too much C's on, no sets on. I ain't gonna give too much lorries up on this motherfucker. But yeah, that's how people be doing it, and don't know a scammer. All right, I'm talking about it too much. If you know a scammer, you know something fall off the truck. You know you gonna get that shit for half off. What's 3 times half off? Free for a plate or some shit you had that they need. The barter system still in effect, live and indirect. That's how them old folks say it. Live and indirect. Get a pimp that talk slick. They gonna be rhyming shit that you ain't even think to rhyme. They talking rhyming patterns and shit. Gonna be live in effect and dial effects and all shit like that. Ralph or Wreck, I don't know. Shit. Alright. I'm pulling up to this Jizzab, and it looked like I'm the only one his ear. How I be the one that be... When I'm on time, motherfuckers is late. When I'm late, niggas is on time looking at me like, why the fuck am I late? Alright. So I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna put on my sneakers. And I'm gonna chill with y'all a couple more seconds. But I'm gonna be ready to go in by the time old girl car pull up. I guess, you know what I guess she figured? I guess she figured since my ass was late 3 days in a row. Was it 3 days in a row? Maybe, maybe not. She could be a little late. Not mad. Not mad. Oh, Lordy. Let me see. Good morning to you guys. I can stop and read the comments now. I only caught a few. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am always doing the speed limit. I would not exceed the speed limit. Remember I did that to Jimmy Fox. So today, I'm gonna tell you guys what my little hustle is. My hustle is I'm a server. I am a server, and I serve at different restaurants. And that be my quick money. I call it quick money because I walk out the place with money in my pocket. When I was in Georgia, my quick money, my hustle money was Uber Eats. But Uber Eats didn't it didn't make me enough. But then I did my job in Georgia. I had a few jobs. I worked a photo booth where I hosted events and did photo booths. And that was contractual jobs. So I haven't worked a regular 9 to 5. I would say serving is the closest to a 9 to 5 that I do. because everything else is contractual work that I do over the internet, or that I'll do events. If I did the photo booth, I'm not doing that anymore because I'm not in Georgia. But everything else is contractual. So I'm employed for maybe like about 3-4 months. I fulfill my duties on that contract, and then I am free for about 2 months. And then I am in search of another contract and a side hustle. So my side hustle, I want to say, I keep those for about 4 months, 4 or 5 months, and then I take a break. Cause it's the black girl magic. I'm usually working for a purpose. For a purpose, not for a living. And maybe that's another way I need to change my train of thought, because I've had good positions before. Like, I've worked for the post office. I worked for SNAP benefits. If y'all don't know what SNAP benefits is what they would say food stamps. So I worked for food stamps, SNAP benefits, and I worked for Medicaid. So I haven't had good positions in steady jobs. But what I realized very early on is that I don't like those type of jobs. They feel like you're part. They made me feel like I was cattle, and like I was replaceable, and that my efforts and my work wasn't valued. It was like no matter how well I did the job, it was always more expected. It was never something that was satisfactory. I didn't have the clan culture that I like when I work. So a clan culture is it's a saying in business. It's like when the people that you work with feel like family, and you it's very personable, and it's like a family. It's family oriented. It's close. I know all jobs can't be like that, but I feel like it should work more towards that. You should have some type of camaraderie and some type of relationship with your coworkers, so that you are moving in the same direction, right? So I was really dissatisfied with my work. I was dissatisfied with my leadership. I was dissatisfied with the direction. I'm a creative person. I'm like, maybe if, because I love music, and I do music, but I feel like maybe if my job allowed me a little more creative control. And I know you're like, what type of fucking creative control can you have in a postal service? Well, I mean, where I was, as far as, oh my boss calling me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back like I never left. So my boss calls just now. She just woke up. You see? She just woke up. So right now, she lives about 25 minutes away. I live about 25 minutes away. And I could have been sleeping. I could have been doing whatever I wanted to do. But, it is what it is. You can't be mad. You got to have a positive attitude. But she's the one with the keys, so can't nobody open anything until she gets here. So I'm going to hang tight. I'm going to chill out. And I'm going to talk to y'all. This is going to be a long-ass live. So, but, I guess because of the type of rapport we have, to me, I'm like, it's not a bad thing. It is what it is, This is not, she's like, oh, it's horrible for the store and all this other stuff. I'm like, we're going to make it work. They can't eat right now. They'll be able to eat when they're able to eat. And it throws a lot of things off, but, It doesn't. It doesn't at the same time. It is what it is. Was meant. I feel like what's meant to be is meant to be. What's meant for you is meant for you. You can't be mad at things you can't control. Cannot be mad at things you cannot control. The only thing that's gonna do is make you pissed off, right? You from Cleveland? What's up? How's the weather out there? I would think it's cold now, like it's cold up here. I'm in Dover. Well, I'm in Middletown right now. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. My happy-go-luckiness has a limit. It's so crazy. I'm nice and even, and until I'm not. Like that's the best way that I can describe just myself. I'm nice until I'm not nice. And then when I'm not nice, we have a fucking problem, like a real problem. Like a really bad problem. And I just don't want to not be nice. Okay. Yeah, it's cold out here too. I'm from New York, so Delaware cold don't bother me. I gotta be somewhere like Boston to be, oh, it's fucking freezing out here. Or Chicago, like, oh, it's fucking cold. Or maybe even Cleveland and be like, But here, right here, shit, I still got on a sweater. I mean, I got my coat, but I don't really got my coat, for real. I'm from Brooklyn. Ew. What part of Brooklyn you from, Mr. Block Supreme 10? You got three names like me. But my three names is all together. What part of Brooklyn you from? Let it be known. I'm from Brownsville. I say I'm from Brooklyn, period. Because I've lived in so many different parts of Brooklyn that I think I've covered the Brooklyn. Like I've lived, not been. I've lived in Park Slope when I was little. I mean, Park Slope. I lived in Bay Ridge, Fulton Ave. Okay, Fulton is a long Ave, bruh. I lived over in Bed-Stuy. Well, Crown Heights, not even Bed-Stuy, because although it's close, it's not. So let's recap. Park Slope, I can't even get my thoughts together. Bay Ridge, Park Slope, Bay Ridge. I'm from Brownsville. East New York. I lived in East New York for a very long time. Most of my adult life, I was in East New York. From East New York, I lived in Cypress Hills. I lived in Mill Basin. That's on the other side. What else? I lived in East Flatbush, of course. In the 90s, I've lived in Canarsie. I lived all over Brooklyn. All over Brooklyn. And if I had to say my favorite part of Brooklyn, I can't really say, because I love all parts of Brooklyn for all different reasons. It is such a melting pot. Like, if you want to know, I feel like if you want to know the world, you want to live in Brooklyn, because you have every part of the world in Brooklyn for some reason, and we coexist with no problem. And like racial problems, like I don't have that. I've never experienced that. Marcy, yeah, that's what's up. um I've never experienced racism in Brooklyn. I know that's crazy. I know that's crazy. But yeah, I have not experienced racism and like a direct racist situation in amongst the people. We're not talking about police. We're not talking about, the other powers that be. I'm talking about amongst the people. The like your neighbor, like motherfuckers in your hood. No, even if Poppy didn't like the little black kids that was going back and forth or whatnot, he still looked out for them. He knew who was the good kids and who wasn't, who was the troublemakers. So I don't know. I don't feel like I've ever experienced it. If it was very subtle, very, very indirect, I wanna say, but not like I've experienced it in the South, out of Brooklyn rather. I would just say out of Brooklyn. Cause it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. I've lived in the Bronx. You know how we say it, the Bronx. And the Bronx, I think everywhere has a heavy Latino culture. But I was dead ass in the South Bronx, and Big Dominicano was definitely direct, live in effect. And the Chicanos. So yeah, we had a very, 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 very big Latino culture there. I really felt like, I know in New York, one thing that was mandatory was Spanish. Like, and I feel like that was so lit. Like, I feel like that's lit. And then depending on the neighborhood you was in, let's say if you had a heavy Haitian population, then French Creole was a prerequisite. You had to take it. Like when I lived in East Flatbush. When I lived in East Flatbush and Canarsie, when I was going to Tilden, when Tilden was a high school, um, we had two languages that we had to take, and it was French Creole was one, but Spanish wasn't one. It was French Creole, and what was the other one? It was something else, but it wasn't Spanish because they didn't have a big Hispanic population there in East Flatbush. What they have there is a lot of West Indian Caribbean, West Indian and Caribbean culture in that part of Brooklyn. So that's what we had to. That was our second language. But I ain't never get chose for the class, and it was stink. Like it was a waiting list. Like the fudge. Like I'm supposed to learn anything I want to learn. Do you know? Oh, you went to Thomas Jefferson. That's a sad. Ow. That shit ain't even a high school no more, bruh. No, it's not. They cut all the goddamn high schools. They did that years ago. Like they cut all the high schools, and it's like high schools inside of high schools. Like it's not even what it used to be. High school is trash in New York. Trash ass. For real. So yeah. I was talking to somebody over here in the restaurant about how when we were in different areas we learned different second languages, because I felt like that was just like a way to get the kids to communicate with each other and have like some type of solidarity. But we was in the street. I don't know how y'all was raised, but how I was raised, when I was in East New York, we had a lot of black people there. When I was in East Flatbush and Canarsie, and I was around the Caribbean culture, all the kids fucked with each other. Even if the nationalities didn't on paper or with their parents didn't blend. When we was going to parties and shit like that, it was not even a fucking thing. Motherfuckers was teaching us the hood, like the hood way that they say shit, and we was teaching them the hood way we said shit. We was fucking dancing on each other, fucking whatever, blowing all that together. So teaching us another language, thinking you was doing solidarity, we was already doing that in the streets, bro. Sure was. Sure fucking was. It was not as divided as people, I don't know, as people would say they were. I did not get that. I ain't live that life. I don't know. I know I used to go to a lot of West Indian parties and be mad because they went and play rap music. They would give rap music like 2 seconds and they go right back to fucking Caribbean music. I'd be like, come on. I'm up in here too. Like shit, my back hurt and I don't even whine right. And y'all be making fun of me when I be talking. Cause my accent is off and y'all be calling me Yankee. But it was all love. They be like, girl, that's not how you say that. That's not how you say that then. I had a great childhood. Like as far as people wise, I think that's why I'm such a people person now. Although I was very introverted as a kid. We going on 41 fucking minutes with this live? That's crazy. As a kid, I was introverted. Did not know how to make friends. Did not know how to communicate with people. And I think God blessed me by being around so many people and being in Brooklyn that I learned how to communicate with people. Yeah, Jamaica's a queen. They quick to call your ass a Yankee if you say shit wrong. So, yeah. So, and everybody was real cool. It was like, I don't know. Some people would look at you through the side eye, but that's just some Brooklyn shit. Like, look at you through the side eye and say, what you about for real? Like, is you want some dumb shit or you some bullshit or whatever? Who sent you? So you get that type of side eye, but it don't be nothing. It don't be nothing. Get in where you fit in. Stick to who you close to. And it's a vibe. You fuck with whoever's your vibe. But I learned how to do that, and now I feel like I can go anywhere. I can communicate. I can form a solidarity. I can give a warm ear. I can give empathy. Well, I can show empathy, feel empathy, be empathetic. I can also look at the positive side, and I'm very relatable as far as like I like to meet people where they are. I try to, but I'm silly. I'm silly, and I offer friendship through silliness for the most part. I'm very open and warm. That's what they tell me, that I'm very open and I'm very warm. But that's just what it is. I'm not mad about that. But and I don't want to say that it's a facade, because it's not a facade. It's genuinely who I am. I'm genuinely a nice person. I'm genuinely a warm person. I'm genuinely a caring person. But I do have that I know this motherfucker ain't trying to. Okay, I do have that snapback side eye Brooklyn demeanor as well. Like, if you doing too much, I don't know how. I didn't know how to, for a while when I was younger. I didn't know how to just stop and be like in the medium area. Like, oh, this person playing too much. Let me relax. Or, oh, this person is just doing too much. Oh, let me relax. Right now, I'm like, oh, here go my boys. It was like, oh, you playing too much? I'm gonna punch you in your throat. Oh, oh, you think it's cute? I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. And that's just how I lived my life. Now I'm better. I'm better. I'm fucking better. I'm a better person. So now I just leave them alone. So goodbye, my babies. Gots to go. I'm out.